Welcome back to Fit Survive channel. So I do a lot of custom Swiss Army knives on my channel here. A lot of these mods are super hard to do at home, but today I want to focus on some super easy, super creative kind of upgrades or mods that you can do to your bit driver at home. No disassembly, it's all super simple to do. All right, so the bit driver, of course, is a fan favorite from Victorinox here. The issue that I have with it is that these original bits, they're super expensive to replace. It's like $6 per bit if you can even find it. And they're so easy to damage, I find that I don't want to use my bit driver just in fear of damaging the bits, right? And so you'd think this is just a 4mm bit. You can just take any aftermarket 4mm bit and then just choose what you need there and put it in. I mean, it fits. The problem is it also falls right back out, right? So a super simple way to fix this, all you need is just one 4mm magnet here, all right, and then a bit of super glue, and then you can super glue that into the back of the bit driver. So for example, let me just put it on here for now like this, just to kind of demonstrate, then that will fit into the bit driver. All right, then just like that, and that's gonna hold that bit into place. Now, of course, right now I can pull it back out, but even now, without it glued in, it holds the bit into place. And now what's cool about that is even with that still in there, right? So the magnet's in there still, maybe it's right here. You can still use the original bits, and now watch that bead right there. It still pops into place. And so you're not damaging your bit driver by gluing that magnet in there. Instead, you are opening up some opportunities. Now I've pulled it out. But anyways, that way you open up some opportunities to be able to carry aftermarket bits and the original bit at the same time. All right, so then the issue next is that the original bit holder, of course, will not hold these bits. So we're gonna do the exact same thing. Again, just some super glue. Just a little bit of super glue there, and that exact same 4mm magnet. You can glue that into the bottom of your bit holder. And then what's cool is with the aftermarket bits, you have a large variety. Let's say for your job, you need a bit like this, right? Well, Victorinox does not provide a bit like that, but now with that magnet in there, you can see that stays into place and doesn't get in the way. All right, and so you can choose a bunch of different bits, whatever fits your needs best. Let's say like this square one, all right? Then this one right here. And then like that, you can carry these aftermarket bits in here without them falling out. Now the exact same thing, it does not damage. It doesn't mess up with carrying the original. Again, watch that bead. Even the bead is gonna pop into place right there. And so you can still carry your original bits and some aftermarket bits. And these cost, I mean, you can get these from China, like a kit like this, and you're gonna pay maybe, let's say $6, right? The exact cost for one original bit, you can get like dozens of aftermarket bits, right? So I think it provides a lot of utility. It makes the bit driver more useful. And for me, the main thing is that then I don't worry about damaging my bits. If I damage the bit, I can easily replace it and it doesn't cost me, an arm and a leg. All right, so super simple mod there, simply by getting some 4mm magnets and some super glue. I'll of course have a link to that magnet in the description of the video, but next is gonna be a little bit crazier. So the 711L, they make some really cool ratchets and some other EDC tools. And the cool thing about this is it's no modification needed. So the original bit, this specific bit right here, all you need to do is put it into your bit driver with the 4mm hexagonal bit there sticking out. And then you can simply put your bit driver in there just like that. And I'll do it upside down. 1 second. All right, so just like that. And that way you've attached, again, no mods at all. You attach, it doesn't fall off, a ratchet to the end of your bit driver. This again, you can use your original bits or you can use these aftermarket bits as well. So if you have done the mod, there we go. If you've done this mod to your bit holder, you can then use this ratchet and get some aftermarket bits. And that way you can actually get a ratchet on the end of your bit driver, right? And so super cool, I think, being able to add that. And again, no mods needed. I have spoken with 711L, and hopefully, who knows, they might actually make a model specifically meant to fit into the bit driver without any modifications or even without doing a little adapter like this. All right, but either way, that's really cool being able to do that. No mods necessary, right? All right, but we're gonna go even crazier than that because you can buy this adapter right here. I found this on eBay. I'll include a link to this in the description of the video as well. And this, it's an adapter for the bit driver. Now, one issue I had with it is you see I had to glue some of those magnets. So I took 4 of the magnets and I super glued them onto the back of this adapter. And then now that fits right in there and it snaps into place. Doesn't fall out. Of course, without those 4 magnets, it falls right out. And that's not cool, right? So anyways, some super glue there. Then after that, you can get this adapter here. Well, first of all, so I'll get this, right? So that takes you up to a larger size on the bit driver. Then you can use some larger bits. This, by the way, is also a set from 711L. They got some really nice stuff. All right, and then that snaps right into place here with this. So it snaps right into there. That makes for a larger bit, again, on the original Victorinox bit driver. Now, you can't really keep it closed. You'd have to take all these adapters off before closing it up. Nonetheless, it's definitely really cool being able to use some larger bits with that adapter there. But we're going to go even farther because once again from 711L, they have this adapter, which is actually meant for a Leatherman. This fits right into there. Again, snaps into place. Oops, this thing fell out. That's because of the 4 magnets on the back. All right, right there like that. All right, so it holds in place fairly well. As you can see, it can fall out, but not simply and by itself. All right, but from here then, you can then use some sockets. So this is a 1/4-inch socket. And so now you can use your Victorinox Cybertool. I think this is a 10mm socket, right? Yep, 10mm socket, right? And so that's really cool. And I get it, you're not gonna be able to get a whole lot of torque from this. Now you can get torque from it, but I'd be concerned on how much torque you put on this before you actually start, I don't know, maybe messing up the bit driver. But anyways, still, it's just the extra utility of being able to get some adapters. You got literally an adapter with an adapter onto an adapter here, but nonetheless, you can get this down to where you can get these 1/4-inch sockets on there. And of course, these come in a bunch of different sizes to be able to do that. All right, so that is basically it for my super simple upgrades and mods that you can do for the bit driver. So let me know in the comment section if you have a favorite mod that you do or an upgrade that you do, or maybe something you've even just seen online, because this isn't it's not an exhaustive list of mods. There's a bunch of other people with some bit driver mods. So let me know what you think, what your favorites are. And then from there, now let's go on and I'll show you some more about this custom. So sorry, I can't let this just sit in the corner by itself. So this is titanium here. These scales are from Daily Customs. This is their 91.3 golf ball dimple series. And it has a Damascus inset right here. So it's nice and smooth. It's flush with the scales there. Right, it also has a built-in pocket clip that is meant to match the design of the scales. For the liners, we went with some carbon fiber, which is both lightweight and strong. And I think it has a really cool look to it there. So this is a Spyderco Dragonfly 2 blade, easily accessible with your right thumb, like that there. Right at that, we have the can opener, the bottle opener, of course, the bit driver, bit holder. All right, and then lastly, of course, also the scissors. So kind of a slim tool set. Not super slim, but also not too thick, I think, for a front pocket carry. So anyways, that is it for this Victorinox Cybertool, which once again is not so simple to make at home. But these mods that I showed you today, most of these are super simple, mostly just a magnet, some super glue, and of course some adapters. So once again, let me know your thoughts about that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.